This video is going to look at compound measures, which is a GCSE foundation topic. You may recognise this as problems about speed, distance and time. It comes up not that often, but has come up more recently. Now, the important thing with this, like a lot of other topics that you've looked at so far, is you need to remember the links between the three things, the links between speed, distance and time. You may have looked at this in science as well, it's exactly the same. To remember it, I always find helpful, is if you draw a triangle, remembering that triangle will allow you to find speed, distance or time, as long as the fact you've got the other two that you're missing, okay? So, if I want to find distance, then distance is going to equal speed times time, right? And the way you work it out is you remember the triangle. Obviously, I can't show you on here, but if you put your finger over the thing that you want to find, so for me, that would be distance. What are you left with? You're left with speed and time. They're next to each other and there's a time sign in between. So distance must equal speed times time. Next one then, speed equals distance over time. Same thing again, this time I want to find speed. So I put my finger over S, D over T. Okay, there's no divide sign, but it's D over T. One thing over another does actually mean divide. So speed equals distance divided by time. Last one then is going to be time equals. So finger over T and you're going to have D over S, so distance divided by speed. Right. They are the three formulas. You can learn them as well if you want, but basically as long as you remember that triangle in that order, you should be fine to work them out as and when you need them. We're going to look at some exam style questions. The first one's going to be nice and straightforward. Mia drives at 30 miles per hour for 2 hours. Find the distance travelled. Highlight the important things. So what are they asking for? They're asking for the distance. They've given me the speed, because it says miles per hour, I know that, and they give me the time because it says 2 hours. So if they want to find distance, looking at my formulas, distance equals speed times time. You can write that out as your first line if you want. I'm going to put my numbers in straight away just to save a bit of room, okay? So distance equals, well, speed is 30 miles per hour multiplied by time is 2 hours. So 30 miles per hour times 2 hours. Distance equals 30 times 2 is 60. Be careful with the units as well. If you're talking about miles per hour, well, obviously the hour bit is to do with the time. The miles is to do with the distance. So 60 miles, and that one's going to be correct. Question 2 then, slightly harder. On another journey, she travels 90 miles in 1 hour 30 minutes. Find her average speed. Highlight what's important. So speed, that's what they want us to find. They've given 90 miles and they've said it took her 1 hour 30 minutes to actually do the 90 miles. So speed is what I want to find. So equals distance divided by time. So 90 miles is my distance. I've already put that in. Now be careful with this, is where a lot of people go wrong. Time, well, it's 1 hour 30 minutes. Now 1 hour would obviously just be 1. 30 minutes is not 0.3. Okay, a lot of people put 1.3 there because they see the 1 and they think, oh, it must be a point between the 1 and the 3, and you put the 3 afterwards. 30 minutes, if you think about it, is half an hour. Yeah, it's half of the 60 minutes that are in an hour. A half, as a decimal, is 0.5. So 1 hour 30 minutes is 1.5. Be careful with that. Do not put 1.3. It's half an hour, so it's 0.5. 90 miles divided by 1.5, 90 divided by 1.5 basically is what you need to do, is actually going to give you the answer of 60. Because it's a speed, it's going to be miles per hour. Now, with that division there, obviously I've just written it down for you what the answer is. If you're struggling with how you actually do that, there's a few different ways to do it. Then what I'll do, next to this video, there's a link which you can click on, which will show you how to divide involving decimals, okay? So I haven't shown you how to do it. I'm just taking for granted that you can actually do this without any problems. If you can't, then make sure you look at that link and then you should have no problems answering the question. So, quick recap. Basically, the key to this question is you remember the triangle and then you can work out either of the three things you may need to find, distance, speed or time. Highlight the important bits of information and then off you go from there.